Welcome back, team. Today we will probably be working on the Fox body mostly. The Falcon got picked up. So essentially, just a little recap. We're gonna get this front end sliced off here. We're pretty much just gonna follow this like little pinch weld here all the way down with the Sawzall and just lob it right off. I might take some measurements just to see where the core support was, but really it's not necessary because we put the front clip on when we go to mount all the rest of the shit anyways. But yeah, first we'll probably get this cut off, and then I'll probably butter up all these holes, and I'm thinking I'll probably pull the master cylinder off and get those brake lines pulled out of the way so we can butter all that up. So yeah, we'll get that all buttered up, and then we will maybe throw in here and there a little bit of the new edge. Like I said, the transmission and the shifter are going to be for sale. I'm going to reuse that converter for now. I'm going to throw the Power Glide, probably put it all together, and then throw the whole thing in. But first, foremost, we're going to focus on the Fox body for now. We'll cut that, get it cleaned off. I might time lapse a quick bearing swap in this deal. We're going to swap the 20 over bearings with this crank. That one is the one we polished, so it's roughly like 23 out. I think recommendation from factory is within like 3 thousandths or something, so if we put a 20 over in it, it should be right. Don't quote me on that. I am no engine builder. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to putting engines together, so we're just gonna throw that together and hope it doesn't blow up, and if it does, I'll just buy a short block. So I just have these two sitting around, and I'm like, fuck it, there's no reason I shouldn't use it, and I'm not paying fucking $3,000 for someone to put together a small block for it. The car is not going to be, I mean, I might throw 5 to 10 pounds of boost at it, but it's not, it's not a max effort deal whatsoever. But and that might be like a much later deal. I'd rather just kind of cruise it this year and get it on the road and driving. So yeah, let's get to cutting that front end off here. And there we have it, guys. She's sliced off. I just did a pretty rough cut here. If the camera will cooperate. Obviously it's a rough cut. I'm gonna go over with like a flap disc, a 4-inch flap disc, and kind of straighten it out perfectly so it'll be nice and straight. And then I'll probably just lob it off right against the strut tower on both sides. Same thing with this side. I'm gonna straighten it up, lob it off right flush with the strut tower. And then this shit is going to go away. This is all your EGR, so I'll probably just unplug these and label them EGR, and then later I'll go through and snip them and like crimp them or whatever. Just make sure they're what is it called? Terminated, I guess you could call it. You Sparkies would consider it. These are vacuum lines for EGR. Pretty sure this fucking ball, all that shit is for EGR. Same with this little canister deal here. Yeah, that's all EGR shit. So all that'll come off. This will come off. These wires will get terminated. I unplugged these and labeled these for wiper motor. Essentially I just want to get most of the shit off the firewall so I can go through and clean it real nice, and then I'll probably end up repainting all of it This one connects the two harnesses together. It's a pretty obvious brown plug. That's all pretty obvious. I'm gonna just pop these lines off and pull the master cylinder out, these two studs. We'll pull the master out, and then it unbolts from the firewall inside. As far as that goes, that'll be pretty much it for that shit, just to get it out of the way. And then I'll probably go through and just clean up all the strut towers and see what we're working with here. And then I pulled this vacuum hose out, your vacuum tree that typically goes right here, or vacuum block, I guess you call it. These are factory. I just noticed this out of how many, I'm probably on like, I don't even know, 12 to 15 box bodies I've kind of built or put together. I just now noticed that these are like pretty much factory self tappers. Unless someone put these in, but I feel like this is factory. I feel like this is where they're always mounted. So yeah, kind of funny. And like even guys, it's funny, like as you go on in time, you don't notice like the stupid little things until you're fucking old and decrepit like myself. But like this is kind of funny. Like they didn't even use fucking bolts back then. It was like a literal like weird screw with a tapered end on it. So just kind of funny things you notice after years of doing this shit. So yeah, we will, most of this I probably won't film. I might film kind of cleaning up the strut towers after I get all the bullshit out of the way for you guys. And then obviously we'll get to welding the plates on and that sort of thing. I'll take you guys along for that. But some of this little shit I'm not gonna bother filming. So gotta kind of pick and choose what you film. It's kind of a lot of fucking around to sit here and fuck with the camera. It's still a struggle for me to this day. I've been kind of making videos on and off for 2 years, and it's still like you got to pick your battles with the camera, because sometimes you just don't even want to do shit because you should film it and you just don't want to fuck around filming shit. So but yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Let's I'm gonna just all of a sudden fast forward to clean up the strut towers, and all this shit's gonna be gone out of there. So let's do it. Most of the really shitty stuff cut out. Then obviously all those holes I was saying, I'll just butter those up with MIG and cut them down so it'll look all nice and flat instead of fucking like a piece of Swiss cheese there. I'll probably tape this off where the plate is gonna go and then just soak the shit out of all of it with Rust-Oleum just to try to prevent it getting any worse. Granted, it's probably never really going to see water anyways, I guess, as long as I don't sell it, because I'm not going to drive it if it's shitty out or obviously in the winter. So yeah, I will do some cardboard aided design here and just kind of get the plates how I want them to look. This one will probably go up over the top. Same here, obviously. Same with this side. I want to just cover all that shit and then come around. And it'll probably be 4 pieces total, because I don't have a press to do a press bend to get it how I'd want it to look. So I'll just put a seam there and weld it and maybe take it off with a grinder. It'd be pretty simple. So yeah, we will get through that, and then we will probably slap this motor together again with the right bearings in it, and then in between, we will get the tubes coming off here and here. This thing, I just put the motor and trans in this morning, so motor and trans are in. Only reason I didn't take the picker off is because I need to modify that cross member just a little bit. So I just wanted that there just in case. I kind of want to move it up or down or whatever, you know, give me a little bit of wiggle room. So yeah, let's get to cardboard cutting these, and I just grabbed 1/8 inch plates, a little excessive, a little heavy. Could probably go with like 14 or something, but I usually like going a little thicker just because that's a pretty critical part, obviously, of this front of the chassis here. Is the entire engine and all the front suspension rides on the integrity of the bottom of that strut tower. So obviously we want to make sure it's stiff. So, and with it missing half of it damn near, I'd rather just go a little thicker. I usually just use 1/8" plate when I do these. So yeah, we'll get those cut out and burned on, and then butter up these holes and keep moving. There we have it, team. I got all 3 templates for both sides. Just, pretty simple. Literally just cut it out to fit. Those of you guys that have done this, it's pretty obvious. And then these, I forgot to mention, but these are these top plates there. And then yeah, like I said, I just caked some like ceramic coating spray bomb. I just caked everything. So I just taped off where I'm gonna weld. That way don't have to worry about dealing with it when I'm welding. And then just on the edge here. So yeah, pretty simple, guys. We will bring these over to the bench here and pretty much trace them. I like these big square ones. I can pretty much just measure just so they're straight. But I mean, yeah, pretty simple. Trace them, cut them, and then I'll get back with you guys and get this thing fit up and burned out. Alright guys, it's all pretty much buttered in there. Here's this one on the right. I just filled those in and kind of buttered them up the best I could. I got our top plates on, front plate there, buttered up that. Here's the left side. Turned out pretty slick. Once it's painted and the motor's in here, you literally won't even notice it. So top plate's on. Same thing here. I might even get fancy since this thing's gonna be the car show cruiser, and just throw a little filler on there before I paint it, just flatten it out a little better. Obviously that old girl over there is just a piece of equipment, but this one might actually be fancy someday. But yeah, so essentially I will probably end this video here, just to kind of split them up, and we will continue. I think I'm going to leave these holes in for now. If I get some extra time, I like to get through the rest of this shit instead of, well, I don't know, I haven't decided, but I might do those, I might not. It's just kind of tedious sitting there and triggering those fucking things in there. Oh shit, I forgot to clean that one off. And guys, please don't forget, we have a few hundred views on most of these videos and not even close to that many subscribers. So I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything, obviously. So I got the motor in on that thing. Frame rails are good on this thing. We're probably going to tear it up on the tube front end on this first, and then we're going to hop on this engine and get this engine put together. And then I'd like to get the engine, both engines in both cars, and then kind of go from there. So we're kind of bouncing back and forth here for a little while. And we will just keep chipping away. I hope you guys are busy too on your shit. All of a sudden, you guys already know we're going to be out of time and it's going to be freaking spring already. So, but yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.